Good evening, sir.
Today we will be having our session for surfacing. So in surface we have options similar to 3D like extrude, revolve, swept, loft, boundary. This one is different. Field surface, freeform, planar surface, offset surface, ruled surface, surface flat, fillet, and some other features. So now let's see them one by one. Extruded surface is similar to the or extrude boss base in the 3D. Now for that, let's make a sketch. You can see when we click on extruded surface, you can see the surface gets extruded. Similar in the case of extruded boss, we have our options like blind up to vertex, up to surface, up to body, mid plane options. Okay, the same options. Okay, you can give the length from here. If you give 50 in the mid plane option, 25 will be on this side and 25 on the either side. You can see this is the surface. Remember one thing, surface has zero thickness. Now again take other example of that. When I create a extruded surface using a closed profile, it will create a surface like this. So you can see when I create a surface using the open sketch, it creates a surface like this. And when we create a closed profile, it will create a surface like this. Okay. So now let's go to the revolved surface. For revolved, I will require one reference line for my axis of rotation. So now for revolved surface, I have this sketch, and in the revolved surface, I have to select the point of rotation. I can rotate it in using different degree, and also use the 360 degree. I can also use direction 2. If I use 2, you can see it will create in the other direction also. We have the options like up to vertex, up to surface, offset from surface, mid plane for the direction 1 and direction 2. These options are again similar to extrude. You can use your end condition according to your design and as per your requirement of the design. Now you can see this is a surface model of bowl. Okay. Now let's see a swept surface. So for swept, I have this as my profile and this sketch as my path. Now you can see I have selected my profile and this is the path. You can see this is similar to the swept boss in the 3D. Again, you have option for circular profile here, similar to the 3D one. You can also create a circular profile. So guys, any doubt between extrude, revolved and swept surface?
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, initially you created an extruded surface for a closed sketch, right, sir?
Yes.
Sir, is that similar to that of creating a thin feature, sir? In first,
No, I have told you one point. A surface has zero thickness.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thin
Understood,
feature
sir.
has some thickness. Because when we proceed towards the end of this session, you will know about the hybrid modeling. Basically, hybrid modeling is that there are two types of surface modeling: pure surface modeling and hybrid modeling. In hybrid modeling, our end product is converted into the solid body, and in the pure solid modeling, the end product is stays in the our surface body. Okay, so you see the plastic components like our TV cases, our mouse designs, our laptop bodies, our car dashboards are designed using the surface geometries. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Any other doubts?
For swept profile, have you given make PS option, sir? This also
Sorry.
for the swept profile, the path in which the swept is going, sir, sweeping.
Yes.
You are given make PS option, sir.
Yes,
This
I have
also.
given it. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You can see I have given make peers option. You can see the peers point down the arrow.
Yes, sir.
Remember always using loft, using swept, using boundary, you always have to pierce the sketch. Okay, more anyone? So should we go for the lofted surface?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have this as our example. Now let's see the loft surface. Okay, so in the profiles we have to select these profiles. Okay, and in the guide curves you can select those two guide curves. You can see we have created a surface like this. Okay, also one shortcut is that you can always double click on your model to change the dimensions. Let's see, I change this to 40 degree and rebuild it. You will see it has become 40 degree. Now any doubt in the loft?
Sir, other than having open surface, can we have a closed surface also?
Yes, we can have closed surface also. But
Yash,
yes,
Yash, 1 minute. Sorry for disturbing.
yes,
This is Ashwin. Yeah, yeah, guys. Please don't get out of the meeting and ask to rejoin again because we are doing some works. This is like we are recording this meeting. So please don't get out and ask for rejoining. Okay. If it's a genuine reason, it's good. Don't try to get out and ask again to join. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, yes. Thanks.
okay. So we can use a close profile, but you see, it will. Let me create a sketch for you. Okay, now see, we have closed profiles, and we have selected our profiles. You can see we have created a profile, but it is wrong. It is not according to our requirement. Why so? Because always guide curves are necessary to give the direction of it. We can change these points approximately. So you see, we have our shape now. But if you are asking me for the closed means, so we can have the planar surface and select this edge. So you can see we can close this end using the planar surface. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for the boundary surface. So you can see we have now this sketch for our boundary surface. So for the boundary in the direction 1, you can select this. Sorry, we have to select profiles. In this case, okay. Now you can see this is approximate without using the guide curves. So you see this is error here. You can see the error here. Also in this direction also you can see the gap between the sketch and this. So that's why we go for second direction and add a controlling curves to it. Now you see there is no gap, there is no error. And also in the boundary we can control, you see, making normal to profile, not possible there because of the geometry conditions. Okay, you can see we can make the complex surfaces using the boundary surface. Okay, so doubts for lofted surface, boundary surface? Anyone? So shall we go towards the next? Okay then. Now for the field surface we just have to select the boundary. So in this case we can select this boundary and you can see we have our sketch now. But to give it a constraint, to give it a direction, we can also add a constraint curve. So in the constraint curve you can add a direction to it. You see you can add a direction to it using a field surface. Okay. Let me show you one command. Go in the evaluate, go to zebra stripes, activate it, and you can see the integrity and the errors in your surface model using the zebra stripes. If there is an uneven or discontinuity in the surface, you can immediately gauge it using this feature. Now come again to surfaces. Okay. Now for the free form, just click on free form, select the face. Now you can see we can have the different type of controls in it. You see, we can move these points to change our surface. You can change this contact to movable. You see, we have different type of, we have tangents. So when we move that tangents, we have our change in shape. Okay, freeform is usually not used in our design. Freeform is used by the artist who create some complex plastic parts, some animation and faces of geometry and all. Okay. So now let's see a offset surface. Offset surface is similar to the offset. So you have to click on the offset, give the offset value there, select a surface. You can see we have offset. You can change the direction. Now we have two surfaces. For the planar surface, you have to select the close boundary. It will not create in this type. But you see, you can create the outer edge using the field. No, it will not create. You can create it using a loft actually. You see, when we select two profiles, it creates a face on that. Now let me show you using the zebra strips. In the evaluate, go to zebra and you can see discontinuity in the zebra strips gives you the error and discontinuity in the surface. Now return to the surface. Okay. So any doubt in the offset, in the filled surface, in the freeform, in the boundary, any command? I guess you guys are shy to ask the doubts. This is possible. This may be possible due to two things. You are getting all the points 100%, and the second thing possible is you are getting nothing. So if you are getting nothing or feeling bored, please let me know so I can change the way of teaching. Speak someone, guys. Don't be silent like this.
Can understand.
Okay. Okay. Repeat boundary surface. Okay. Anyone other? Any other doubt?
Sir, in zebra stripes, should all the surface be black, or then only we can say it is a perfect surface, sir?
Sorry.
So in zebra stripes, you said that if there is discontinuity, there are errors in it.
Yes.
So if the full surface is black in zebra stripes, we can say that the surface is perfect.
So you're saying we have black colored surface, okay, and how to use the zebra stripes on a black colored surface, like that.
No, sir, I'm asking. You said that there should not be any discontinuity in zebra stripes, no, sir.
Yes.
Uh, so how will a perfect surface look like, sir?
Perfect surface. Okay. Give me some time. I'll show that to you how
Okay,
a
sir.
perfect surface is. Okay. So now going over the boundary surface and again the lofted surface. Okay. And again, what's the difference between boundary surface and field surface? Okay. Okay. So now first see the boundary surface. In the boundary, you have to select the direction 1 and direction 2. In the direction 1, we select our profiles. You see, if we select two profiles, it will connect them like a same as a loft. And now suppose I give the direction 2 for this sketch, you can see I have this type of sketch. So I have more flexibility in the boundary surface than the loft. Now this case is not possible, so they are giving me error. Okay, now you see this arrow here. When we increase the length of it, it actually get messed. Okay, you see, we can change the length of it to change the way of profile. Actually, this is the tangent length. You see, when we increase the length of it, this curve becomes more sharper. You see, it is becoming more sharper. Okay, so in the boundary, you have lot of control than the loft surface. In the loft, you just connect the 2 or 3 profiles using the direction line, or what we say it guide curves. Now in the field surface, we do not need a profiles. We can fill any surface using closed loop boundaries. You see, like this. Again, we have our direction controls here. So the basic difference between the boundary and field surface is, for field surface you need a closed boundary so that you can fill the closed boundary using a surface, and for a boundary surface you need direction 1. You can have any direction as direction 1, and you can have the any direction as direction 2. And in the loft surface we need 2 or 3 multiple sketches, that may be open profile, that may be closed profile, and we give the direction to the loft using a guide curve. Okay. Okay, so now let's see the zebra stripes on the perfectly plain surface. Go to evaluate, activate zebra stripes. You can see zebra stripes are straight on the plane surface. When you change the viewing angle, you can clearly observe the discontinuity on this edge. And similarly, in this edge, you can see the discontinuity. Okay, so on a single plane, they are symmetrical and in a definite pattern of their concentricity and all. And on the different face, you can see the discontinuity. You can see the change in width of these. You can see the change in radius of those curves, zebra stripes, like that. Okay. So, any more doubts? Okay then. Now let's see the ruled surface. So, ruled surface. When we click on the ruled, we have to select edge for our ruled surface. You can change the direction of it using a normal to surface, tangent to surface, tapered to vector. We have to mention a vector here. Using this, suppose I have mentioned a vector this, and I can give a degree this. You can see I have my ruled surface at 60 degree. Okay, I can have perpendicular to vector. I can sweep this. I can change the direction. You can see I can change the dimension. So this is the ruled surface. Okay, now surface patterns. To flatten a surface, I need a surface that is not flat actually. So in the surface flatten, I have to select this. I have to select this. And you can see the preview. I selected I flattened my surface. This was a bended surface, and now this is a perfectly plain surface using a surface flatten tool. Okay. Now let's see the fillet option. So for the fillet, you have to select a edge, and you can see it is same as our 3D. We can change the radius value. Let's say 20. Let's say 5. You can change the profile of radial from circular to conic to curvature. The most used type is conic. Sorry, circular. Circular is most used. Okay. You can see we have added a fillet to the corner surface. Okay. Now let's suppose we have our surface here. Okay, let me make a sketch here. So now I'm creating a different surface here. Okay, let it be as it is. Okay, now you are seeing this edge is in the black color and the rest two edges are in the blue color. So what it means that this surface entity joined by the black edge is a single surface quantity, and the surface joined by the blue edge are two different entities. So now you can see in the surface bodies here, you see the two options. So that means we have two surfaces here. So when you click on the first, you can see it is highlighted in the blue, the first surface. And now this is the second surface. So when you go to this point uh, and you try to add a fillet to this, it will not give a fillet because those are two different surfaces. So to join this surface, what we want to do, we want to knit it. So we have to select this and this and click OK. You can see the edge is converted to black. Now you can give a fillet to it. Okay. So guys, ask me any doubt in the planar, offset, ruled, surface flat, fillet, in the knit surface. Anyone, guys? Okay, then we'll proceed towards the next. So next is delete place, delete whole. Okay, so for those, let me open a pre-designed examples of surface. Now you can see that I have this turbine blade, but I don't have a feature manager tree so that I can modify it. So in this case, surfacing tools help us a lot to do the modification. Now suppose I want to delete this one uh, face, this stiff, this rib, sorry. So in that case, what I will do, let's see. You will learn something new today. So you will also learn about the split line, okay, in the curve section. So let's make a sketch first on the front plane. So made a horizontal line here, and when I go to surface and then curves, you see I have to click on split line. So when I select in the first box is a sketch, in the second box I have to select this surface. I have to click a projection type. Now you can see it has split this surface into two different surface using the line. Now I can easily delete this face. So in the delete face we have three options: delete only, delete in patch, and delete in fill. So suppose I only want to delete this and do not want to patch that, and I click on OK. You can see we have deleted this face here. Let me convert it to wireframe. No. You can see we have deleted this place. So the age is now in the blue color. Okay. Now let's see the other case, delete and patch. In the delete and patch case, you can select this and also the top. When you click on OK, you can see it has deleted, but it has filled the gap using a new surface so that there is no discontinuity in the surface. That was a delete and patch. Now let's see delete and fill. You can see the tangent fill. Now let's select these two faces and click on delete and fill.
Give me a- and you already-
Yes.
I'll share a link of survey. Could you give all the students a time of 5 minutes so that they can fill in that form? I've
Okay.
shared the link.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
give 2 to 5 minutes, and they need to fill the survey. Once it is done, I'll
Okay.
collect the responses and you can start. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Sure. No problem.
Guys, take a time of 5 minutes till 9:08. The form will be open. In the meantime, fill the form and send it to me. If everyone is done, please give us thumbs up reaction so that I will feel that you have completed the form. Like this, give a thumbs up or type GTG in chat. GTG means good to go. Okay. Could anyone unmute yourself and share your views on this course? How is this course being going on till now? Could anyone please unmute yourself and let us know how the course is going on how your educator is. If you need any assistance, we'll be providing that for you. Are you there, guys? Guys, am I audible? Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, okay. Have anyone filled the form? Guys, only 4 of them have filled the form. Still 40 are left. So do please fill in the form. And another suggestion is uh, there were 75 members enrolled for the same course and only 40 are attending. What happened to others? If your friends are missing, please let them know the course is going on. The course won't wait for anyone. So they can't claim for the extended session of certain things. The course will be going on, and if you are interested, you can learn and get the most out of the course. If you have any issues or certain things, because around 50% has left the course in the middle. It's not a right way actually. They have any issues, they need to let us know so that we can arrange certain alternates. If there is an issue with timing, we'll go with that. If preferred timing, or else they can't quit the course in the mid and show such a shabby behavior. So please let your friends know that they are misusing the course and ask them to attend the course interactively. And another thing is, please submit your assignments on time because your assignments are being validated, and only students who submit all the 20 assignments at the end of the course will get their certifications done. Got it? Also, please be interactive. You can unmute yourself at any point of time and ask any sort of doubts. As I have seen, none of you has unmuted sessions in mid and asked any doubts. Only you are using the chat box and so. How many have filled? Wait, I'll see. Only 24 have filled. Still 10 to 15 more. I'll wait for another 1 or 2 minutes. Good to see certain positive comments and so. Your feedbacks are also welcome because we are a growing organization and we need to know how you are expecting in which aspect we have to improve. That's what we actually demand for this service. If you need any assistance in assignments as well, we'll be providing. Yes, if you ask in the start of the session, the trainer will be able to clear all your doubts in assignments. Anyone still working on feedback? Only 28 have submitted. Still waiting for another 10. Anyone still filling? Actually, more than 5 minutes we have wasted. If anyone is filling, please let me know. Anyone? Okay, Yash, you can start the session.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Carry on. Have a nice session, Eric.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So we were seeing the different type of delete phase options. In that we earlier seen the delete that only eliminates that phase, and delete and patch which patches the boundary in that deleted region. So in the delete and fill, we are now short of memory, I guess. So now let's see the delete face option using a delete fill, and let's delete the smaller one. So you can see it has filled surface there in the delete fill. Let's delete this using a delete fill now. Again, the system is taking long time because it's complex shape. So basically delete and fill is not working. It is similar to the delete and patch. Okay. So now let's see the replace face. Let's see, we want to replace this face using the this face using okay, it is not selecting. Tell me the any doubt in the delete face in the surface flatten in the
Sir, explain split it again, sir.
sorry.
Split line.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you explain it again?
Okay. You can see I have currently this face is uniform and this upper part is attached to the bottom part. Okay, now what we will do, we will project this line, means this sketch on this circular face, and we will, and that split line will break this surface into two. That means it will split the surface using that line. Okay, now in the curves use split line, select the sketch here, select the face here, click on OK. You can see we have splitted the surface in the two faces. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Anyone in the chat box?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, night surface. One second, sir. It,
Okay. About the knit surface.
Excuse me, Ash.
Yes.
Another question to all my students. Are you able to cope with the speed of Mr. Yash? Guys, I have seen your feedback and most said you need time in between sessions to practice. Do you need time in between sessions to practice? Like after each command, do you need 2 minutes or 1 minute time to practice, or let it be the same way, the same pace which we are going? Do you need time sets? Guys, please unmute yourself and speak for this at least. It's actually for your benefit, not for myself, for this organization. If you need
sir,
2
we can
minutes,
follow.
or if you need 2 minutes or certain things, just type wait in the chat box so the instructor would know you guys are struggling, or if you are facing any issues, ask the instructor to verify your screen. You can even share your screen. We have gave such opportunities. You can share your screen. You can ask the instructor for doubts. And another thing is, if you have any issues in assignments, join 5 minutes in the earlier session and ask the instructor in prior. Anyways, your instructor will join 5 minutes in prayer. You can ask your instructor so that you'll be starting the session 5 minutes in prayer, and you'll be starting the day by 5 minutes in late. So it is not going to be an issue for your training. Ask your doubts, and another thing is we can't reduce the assignment loads. We can't do anything. If you practice all those assignments only, you will be able to master the software, or else you won't be able to do in a span of 15 days. Actually, everything is easy if you do, and we are expecting collaborative work from your student chapter because you are almost 30 in a college, and if you interact among yourself, you can easily complete all those assignments. Yeah, you can ask at any point. If you haven't understand, you can ask him to repeat, and I hope he's not even hesitating to do so. So do one thing. If you feel any issue at any point, just interrupt over your mic or the chat box. It's actually meant for you guys. So you can unmute at any point and ask him to repeat, or you can even ask him to recall the daily topics after the end of the session. Okay. Other than that, I felt almost everyone was good with the course. And if you need any suggestions, we can do. And we can't provide the recordings actually. Since the pattern is such, only the live classes will be crisp. If you provide recordings, you guys won't attend from the next day. Even. You will feel like you'll be getting recordings, and it's our leisure time and relax. So that's not going to be a case here. If your instructor asks you to do certain things, do that. Do parallelly. Ask him to wait for 1 minute and do the task parallelly, so that you can master the software easily. That's all from our side. If you need any suggestions, unmute yourself at this point and speak. Because we can't be available for the entire day. Okay. Okay, Yash, you can carry on. Actually, I am
Okay.
having network issues from my side as well. That's why you might even couldn't hear my voice clearly. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay. So now we are seeing a neat surface. Now you can see we have three different surface bodies. You can see that three bodies in this drop down surface bodies. You can click on separate bodies within this tree. Okay. Now you see these bodies are joined by blue edges. So what that indicates, blue edge indicates that this surface body is not connected with the earlier surface body. Now the knitting surface tool uh, gets you done the joining of all the surfaces. So let's, for the trial, let's knit these two faces and click on OK. You can see we have black colored edge here, so that indicates we have only two surface bodies. Now you can see one is this bottom body and other is this. So the knit command does the joining of two surfaces. Now use the knit again for this and this to knit that. So you see we only have one surface body. So for our approach to the hybrid modeling, we need our model in the 3D. But as we know, surface doesn't have any thickness. So for that, we have our thicken option here. So when we click on thicken and select the surface, you can see the thickness option here. We can change the thickness value. We can change the thickness direction also. So you see we have now thickness of 2 mm, and we have now the 3D body which can be measured. Now you can see the normal distance between two faces is 2 mm. Now you can, this is called the hybrid modeling. Means creating, starting with the surface and ending in the 3D solid body. So that is called as hybrid modeling. Okay, I will repeat the thicken and knit again once, so that it will be more clear. Okay, now let's see the extend, trim and the untrim surface. So now let's see the trim surface. In the trim, you will have two options, standard and mutual. So now let's see the standard tool. In the standard, we have to select the trim tool. Here the trim tool is plain and we have two options, keep selection and remove selection. When we have selected keep selection, it will keep what we have selected and it will delete the orange part here. So let's see that. Now you can see we have our we had our trim tool as this plane and we selected this for keep surface, so it only kept that surface and deleted the other face. Now let's see the other type. We have our trim tool this, we now we have remove selections. So when we click on this, now you can see that this edge is removed and this side is kept as it is. So we have two type of options here in the trim, that is the keep selection and the remove selection. And the trim type, we have seen the standard trim type. Now let's see the mutual trim type. In the mutual one, you don't need to select the trimming tool. In the mutual one, just select all the surfaces, click on the remove selections or keep selections. Now you can remove the surfaces according to your requirement. Now you can see we have removed the this face and the outer face. What the mutual trim does, it automatically knits the both surface. Now you can see it is joined by the black line. And let's suppose I delete it and does the same with the standard tool. Okay, for that I will do this. I will have to remove this. Okay, and again in the standard my trim tool will be this and I will remove this edge. Now you can see in the standard trim these surfaces are not joined, so it is quite common to use the mutual trim. It saves our time in the knitting. So let's see the knitting again. So when we click on the knit, we have to select the both the surfaces. We can have merge quantities here. Now we have our merge quantities between the two faces. Okay, now let's see the different type of knit here. Now let's knit this face using in the this, and you can see no, we don't have solid. Okay, let's add inner face to this. Now we have total of 3 surface bodies, this and this. So go to knit, select all the 3, and now you can see the create solid option. So when I click on create solid and click OK, now this body is completely solid. You can see this body is solid body. Now we have this create solid option for creating a solid body, but for the create solid you must have closed surface bodies, there may not be any open face. Okay, and we can thicken using a open face also. Okay, now let's see the extend surface command. Now let's see the extend surface. Now we just have to select the edge which we want to extend and give a distance to it. That is, you can see we are clicking on the extend surface and we are giving just the distance to it. We can also extend the surface. Okay, now please ask me doubts in today's session. Any command, any difficulty in previous session, any difficulty in assignments, any repetitions, please ask me. Okay, I'll explain the extend surface. Anyone other? Okay, let's first see the extend surface. So surface extend is that we can extend the surface using a edge. So it is a very easy command. We have to just select the edge and you can extend that edge with a mentioned distance. Let's suppose 50 mm here. So we can extend that. Similarly, let's say we can extend that in this time. But in this case, it will not work in the circular direction. Remember that. So for the circular, you have to select this edge. Okay. Any other? Okay, there is no one. So I'll just recap today's session and give some brief info about tomorrow, and I guess we will be done for tomorrow after that. Okay, Now,
Sir,
yes,
would you explain the other option under curves?
yes. In that we have project curve, we have composite curve, curve through XYZ, and curve through the reference point. Okay. Now let's see the one by one. We already have seen the split line. Now let's see the second type in that. Now suppose I want this circle to be projected on this face, on this surface. So I have project curve option. In that project curve option, I have two options, that is sketch on faces and sketch on sketch. So we'll see both one by one. So currently we are seeing sketch on face. So it is just similar. We have to select a sketch to project this and the face. And you can see it has projected a circle on a face, on a surface. Okay. Now let's see the sketch on sketch. For that, let me create a other example. So I have this sketch on the front plane, and now I'll draw on the right plane. And you can see we have two different sketches. Okay, now we will use projecting one sketch on the other sketch. Now in the project curve we have sketch on sketch command. In that case we just have to select this sketch and this sketch, and you can see the preview of our final design. You can see we have created a sketch that is a projection of both the sketches. You can see, let me make it in the front view. In the front view, it will appear like the sketch that we have designed in the front view, and in the right view, it will appear like the sketch we have designed in the right view. Okay, so we have seen project curve, sketch on sketch, and sketch on face. Now let's have the other composite curve. In the composite curve, you can join the curves that are not on the single plane. So let's see, I have this curve here, and let's have other geometry here. This here. So those are two different sketches and two different curves. So using the composite curve, you can select those two sketches and click on join. So you can now see we have the complete sketch as a single entity. This is now a single entity. Okay, this is a composite curve. Now let's see the curve through the XYZ point. For that case, you have to mention the coordinate XYZ. So let's keep the starting point at 0. Let's keep our first point as 5, second point as 10, third point as -10. Let me hide this body. You can see we have created a sketch using a XYZ points. You can add a coordinate values to create a sketch out of it. In the third, let's say we have 10. Here we have -5, and in this case we have again 20. And you can see, oh, so basically in the curve through XYZ point, we can add coordinate points to have our curve. In the curve through reference point, we just have to select the points and it will create a curve passing through that points. You can see I have selected these 3 points and I have this preview. When I click on closed curve, it will close it, and when I don't select the close curve, it will not close it. You can see the preview using the reference point on the previous geometry. Now the last option is helix and spiral. Now for the helix and spiral, you need circle. So let's have circle of diameter 50 mm. In the helix and spiral, when we select the sketch, you can see we have pitch here, number of revolutions here, and other options. We can define by pitch and revolution, we can define by height and revolution, we can define by height and pitch, we can define by spiral. So let's see them one by one. Okay, now pitch and revolution. In the pitch, we have pitch here. Let's say we have 20 mm pitch, and in the number of revolution we have 5 revolutions. You can see we have created a helix here. Basically helix is the spring like shape. Okay, then in the height and revolution you will have a height and the number of revolutions. Let's say we want to have a 150 mm, so it will be 150 mm, and in that 150 mm it will be covering 5 revolutions. Let's say I want to change the number of revolutions to 10, so you can see it has changed the number of revolutions, but the 150 mm is same. Again you can change the direction and all. You can change the rotation counterclockwise to clockwise. In the height and pitch, we have total height and the pitch. Same again. We can have total height, we can change the pitch likewise. Again, clockwise, counterclockwise, and the reverse direction. And in the spiral, you see we have this type of spiral in the single plane. In that case, we have revolutions. Let's say we want 2 revolutions, so we have 2 revolutions, clockwise and anti-clockwise. We can change the direction to outside the circle and inside the circle. Okay, understood about the curves and doubts in the curves and in any other? So now I will recap you through the today's sessions. The today's session we covered extrude surface. In the extrude, it is similar as a 3D extrude, but in this case we do not create a solid body using a extrude. We can have a closed sketch or we can have an open sketch for the extrude surface. In the revolved surface, we need a reference axis for our rotation axis. Similar in the revolved boss base in the 3D mode. Again here we can have a closed profile and we can have an open profile. In the swept surface we have 2 options, path and sketch and path and circular profile. In the swept mode, merging with the path of sketch is compulsory. Now for the lofted surface we can have a multiple profiles and we can have a direction lines to guide the curves. Okay, in the boundary we have direction 1 and direction 2 and we can select the profiles and curves according to our requirement in the direction 1 and direction 2. In the field surface we can select the closed boundary for our surface. Also we can give the constraint using a curve or a face to the field surface. In the free form we can freely move the surface according to our requirement using a tangent vertex. Sorry, the tangent vectors. In the planar surface we can add a planar surface to the closed profile. In the offset surface we can have an offsetted surface. We just have to enter the dimension of offset. Okay, in the ruled surface we get the surface that is either normal, either perpendicular, either tangent to the selected edge. In the flattened surface we can flat our bended surface or curved surface using a flattened surface tool. In the fillet we can add a fillet to the corner, but remember one thing, or the fillet, we have to merge the surfaces to make the fillet. In the delete phase, we have three options. One is delete, one is delete and patch, and other is delete and fill. So in the delete phase, when we use the only delete option, it will only delete the face. And when we use a delete and patch or delete and fill, so that it will delete the surface and patch that boundary according to the its neighbor surface or its properties, so that we can have a uniform shape there. Okay. Now in the extend surface, we can extend the surface by selecting an edge and giving a dimension to extend. And in the trim surface, we have two options: standard trim and mutual trim. In the standard trim, we have to select a trimming boundary and a trimming tool and a trimming surface. But in the standard trim, we does not get need the surface, and in the mutual trim we just have to select all the surface available and click on the face to remove it. And in the mutual trim we automatically need the surface. In the knitting surface, we can join the two disjoint surfaces using a knit tool. We also can make solid body using a knit surface, but in that case, we must have closed body from the all surfaces. And one is the thickened surface. For the thickened surface, uh, we can have the open face. We just add thickness to it. And in the curves, we have seen the split line, we have seen the projected curve, we have seen composite. So in the split line, we can draw a sketch and split the surface in the two different surfaces. In the project curve, we have two options: projection on face and sketch on sketch. So in the projection of face, you can project any sketch on any surface or any face. And in the projection on sketch, you can project one sketch on another sketch. In the curve, in the composite curve, you can join two disjoint curves. In the curve through xyz points, you can mention the coordinate point of the curve to get the curve. In the curve through reference point, you can select any points in a 3D body or in a surface body to make a curve out of it. In a helix and spiral, you have two options of helix and spiral. You can control pitch, you can control revolutions, you can control its height. Okay, so now that was a recap for today's session. So if you have any doubt in the today's session, please ask me.
Sir, how do you notching in sheet metal, sir?
How to use
Notching in sheet metal.
notching?
Yes, sir.
Where is the notching feature here?
So, sir, it is not a feature in assignment, day 3 assignment. In 4th question, it was given, sir.
Okay. Let me check that. Okay. In the 4th assignment. 1, 2, 3, and 4th. Okay. That means notching means it is simple cut. There is no separate command for that. You can have it included in your base flange, or you can cut extrude using a diameter of 1. That is, there is no any feature for that. Okay. You just cut extrude,
Okay.
or you can do it using a hole, or you can include that curve in your base flange itself. It's upon you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now I guess there is no other doubt. So let's have a introduction